a few questions. Who did you enjoy to interview so far the most?
So I want to say Fallen, because interviewing Fallen, he's been a big hero of mine. He's a legend, but I think the best interview. Oh no, I have to say Fallen. I'm gonna say no. Okay, I'm gonna change that. Fallen was the best one to interview in terms of the fact that he's such a legend and you know I've looked up to him for such a long time. But I think the best interviews that I've had is actually with Cadian from Heroic. He's very funny, he's very cheeky, he has a very similar sense of humor to me, so we can banter and have a bit of fun. But obviously Fallen's going to be that like legendary remember forever interview.
Do you have any opinions on female-only tournaments?
I think it's really good to grow the scene, but my hope is I think female-only tournaments, the most important thing is that they shouldn't be the only tournaments you're entering. The idea is that it creates a safe space for women to play and to compete, with the idea being that they will move out of the female-only tournaments and compete with the boys, because that's what we want. I don't ever want to see us segregated based on gender, so I'm hoping that the female-only tournaments become a situation where it grows the competitive player base, but that competitive player base moves into playing in mixed gender, because there's absolutely no reason you can't jump into the server with a bunch of guys and wreck them.
So in like general terms, in general gaming, not just Counter-Strike, do you think being a woman helps you or hinders you in any way possible?
I think it helps and hinders you. So I think it hinders you because we all know that gamers are sometimes a little bit toxic and it can be rough. And if you are someone who not everyone has a personality where they're willing to just ignore that, and it can affect them. But I also think it can help you because there are opportunities. I'm not even going to pretend. My first time I got an esports job was purely because someone said they needed to hire a woman, and I was the diversity hire, for want of a better term. And obviously that's not nice to say and it doesn't make you feel good, but at the time I knew that that was the case, but I also knew that this was my step, so all I had to do was go in there and do a really good job and it would lead to other things. So I do think it can help you being a woman in the space, and I think any woman that says it doesn't help is maybe not looking at the bigger picture. But I also think that there is a big hindrance. There is a huge problem in that there aren't enough women in the gaming industry. There's not enough women in esports. So it's a mix of the two. Basically, I mean, the TLDR is being a woman is really tough, full stop.
That's true. How's the current scene in South Africa for esports?
So for esports in general, I think we have a really thriving scene. We have a couple of titles where people are really excelling and doing really well overseas. I think our CS scene has always struggled because we can't get overseas to the big competitions. We are too far away to play. But saying that, we've seen some superstars. I mean, I'm here at Pinnacle, and the moment most of the players here that I'm from South Africa, the first thing they ask me about is Sonic and JT. Those are players that moved overseas. Sonic was in Cloud9, JT now in Complexity. So we've got superstars, they're there, but it is a very, very small scene, and we still have a long way to go, which is why I tend to work in Europe.
That's fair, that's fair. Who is your all-time video game related crush?
My video game related crush. I don't really want to do this. Okay, I'm gonna admit it. So I felt I was trying to think of something more relevant to see, but it's fine. Okay, so my video game crush is a character called Jackal in Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, he wears the goggles, but when he takes the goggles off, it's quite nice, and he has a little Spanish accent. I'm a fan.
I get it. I definitely do. Being a Portuguese, sometimes they confuse Portuguese with Spanish, so I totally get what you're coming from.
Accents are sexy.
True that.
This is terrible. I'm a meme every time we do these interviews.
Well, you're doing fine, honestly.
Thank you.
Will we see you in CS more often?
If people hire me, hell yeah. If they don't hire me, I'm just going to pay for my tickets to come to the events and watch with the fans, because like I definitely want to be more involved. This was a big, oh, I just broke your mic.
Now here comes the real tough question. What is your CSGO rank?
I haven't played CSGO in years. I'm not even going to lie, I haven't played it in years. So it's not, I played it for a while back when I was younger, and then I stopped and I was playing some other games which we won't talk about. So yeah, right now there is no rank, but maybe let me go home and we can chat about this in a few months.
Sure, I'm up to that. Okay, Sam, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.